Hello everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the massive haul of Toyplosion. Yeah, last weekend, so you saw it also in last video, you saw that I attended Toyplosion. Toyplosion is the biggest, vintage toy show in Germany. You could even argue it's a little bit like a convention because they've started also, doing like having a stage and doing panels and having, voice actors there and stuff like that. So it's even going into the convention realm, but it's technically a toy show. I was a, visitor, like I just had a look at it like in 2023 and it was amazing. I bought a lot of stuff, and then for 2024 my friend Cotton Candy Kittens, which I will mostly always refer to as CCK because it's just shorter. So whenever I say CCK, I mean Cotton Candy Kittens. She and I, we decided for 2024 that we wanted to be sellers. So yeah, we had our tables last year and it was just so much fun and so amazing. And we sold a lot of stuff, our doubles and all that. We did it again this year and that was last weekend. So you have probably seen the video. If not, highly recommend it, it's here. But yeah, you did not see everything that I picked up or got as a present or whatever, so this is this video here. So first of all, maybe a little like sum up of how everything went, what did sell well, what did I like about the toy show, which people did I meet, blah blah blah. So first of all, it was amazing again. So I cannot tell if last year was better or this year it was pretty even, probably, because the most like fun thing is always to meet people. It's people that I call friends, but maybe just don't see very often. Then I met people that are watching this channel. I met a lot of you, and it is always so crazy to me when you're coming and like, I watch your videos, can we take a photo? I'm not feeling like I'm not a celebrity, hi, but let's do this. I'm always so happy when I, get to know a couple of people that are like into what I'm doing here. So there were so many sweet people that came to me, bought stuff, of course, from our table. And we had a little conversation, and then some people even gave me gifts, which is absolutely not necessary whatsoever, but those also will be obviously featured in this video. So meeting people, getting to know other people, or even just talking to random other, sellers or like visitors at this event is always the best thing ever. But and that it's all toy people there. It's not necessarily all girl toy collectors. It's just a couple of tables that were there, same as ours, where we mainly sold ponies and Polly Pockets and Barbies and all these cutesy things, because most, as typical for most toy shows, it's very action figure heavy, and that's it was this again this year, of course. So apart from like our table, which had girly stuff, there were like two main other sellers that had mainly the girly stuff, and then this year there was a second building. There were also like, I would say, one vendor that had a lot of girl stuff. But then you need to also look through all the other booths, although you think, oh, they have He-Man and they have turtles. They might have a pony there, they might have a Care Bear there. So it is always amazing. So this was again so much fun to see what you could find. So of course shopping was a lot of fun, but I don't even have so much time for shopping because I'm mainly bound at my table. Want to be there. I need to be there for selling. So there were just a couple of occasions where I was able to go to the other other parts of this event. But also this I want to show you because I did buy toys. So in terms of that, the event was very similar to last year, as in the main focus is action figures and He-Man, but you shouldn't underestimate that there's definitely some cute vintage 80s 90s toys that were marketed to girls. Whenever I say girl toys or girly toys, of course I mean like everybody can play with everything, but it's like the toys that were marketed to towards girls back then. So that's what I mainly collect, but I do, you know, also love a good action figure. So you will find both there. So highly recommend also coming if you were thinking about it and you're like, it's probably not worth it because it's just, you know, the boy toy stuff. You will be surprised. There's also a lot of girly stuff. But in terms of like selling, how did it go? I mean, I would also again say similar to last year, I sold a lot of stuff. I mean, my things are like all like very low prices, you know. I mean not like flea market prices, but like you know, I don't like ask a lot of, you know, money because I want to give like kind of the same feeling as when I find something for a good price. I'm much more happy to make someone happy with a, you know, good price than, you know, you just, it was really not about making the money. It was really more about, you know, getting rid of doubles and bringing the toys and, you know, the like the feeling of, you know, of all of this wonderful, you know, cuteness to the community. So that was really like, that is really the main thing. So that means I did not make like a fortune. I did not make like a ton of money, but absolutely like enough to, you know, like fund my next like flea market trips and all of that. And I'm so happy that a lot of things found a new home. If something like found a new home in your collection, please put it down in the comments below. I'm super interested to read of like if someone bought something from my table, because I cannot remember who bought what. It's just definitely that I know this definitely sold and this did not sell. Interestingly enough, actually also again similar to last year, Polly Pockets did not sell really well. Granted, I did not have a lot of the, you know, early typical compacts. I mainly had, you know, Polyville and also, you know, some of the later compacts, you know, with the luggage sets, and so mainly those did not sell. So Polly Pocket is not something that I will bring a lot to next year, because I'm thinking definitely about doing it again next year. But like ponies sold really well, Barbie sold okay, I would say, not super good, but fine. What sold really well were again the Care Bears, the Popples, the Rainbow Bright stuff. Lady Lovely Locks did sell then in the end, so I don't have any Lady Lovely Lock stuff left. But you know, like I definitely also sold some random things. And then there were some things that I did not sell where I was like, wow, crazy. I thought I would sell this definitely. Like my most expensive pony, which most expensive pony was 40 euro. That's still like a kind of a low price, but my rollerblade Jessie did sell, but my rollerblade Melody did not sell. So yeah, so there were things where like I was surprised that stuff didn't sell, but then there were other things where I was surprised that, okay, someone wants this, super cool. So so it was again a very, very good experience. That was my, you know, general summary of the event, mostly positive and amazing people. So let's start with amazing gifts that I got from amazing people. Already on Friday I got a, you know, gift bag from Trödelmama. Trödelmama is a German YouTuber, and she had contacted also me before if there were a couple of things that I wanted. I think she also put a couple of things in now that I said I actually did not want, but whatever. So let's start with the gifts from Trödelmama. This is something that you might be surprised that I said I would want to have, because I've left it so many times at the flea market. I've like found this Princess Celestia, the talking one, or maybe also the white one, so often at the flea market because, you know, it's a common G4 My Little Pony, but I never picked it up because it's so huge. But like Trödelmama had like bought it with, you know, me in mind, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna say yes, I want to have this because it's actually an amazing, beautiful toy, and I will find a place somewhere where my, you know, G4 ponies are. This is not vintage, obviously, but it is one of the earliest toys of the 4th generation. So this is from 2010. It's the Talking Celestia. Talking pony from the original series. You can also see that it is the earliest one of this size and style, because Princess Celestia actually is not pink. Princess Celestia is actually white. But in the beginning they always made the toys of her pink because, you know, girls like pink toys, and she's in such a good condition. Her hair, like, this is the nicest hair I've ever seen on a G4 pony, and she works. So she has speakers here, and then she makes all sorts of noises. And her wings light up. She's not really talking, as I said, talking pony. She doesn't talk anything. She just makes noises and, you know, as if she's flying through the air, etc. I think it's because it's the German version and they didn't want to, you know, make a German dub for it or whatever. I don't know. And yeah, and she has her crown and her necklace. I found those separately. Now I know that they belong to this pony. So this is like, you know, something I would have not gotten myself, but as being like presented it from someone, I couldn't say no. She also gave me 2 G2 ponies. We've got this one, and both of them I don't have. So here we've got an Ivy. I have a couple of Ivies, but this is Princess Ivy from 1999. You can always recognize also G2 ponies as being princess ponies by tinsel in their hair. She's in nice condition, so absolutely happy to give this Princess Ivy a new home. Obviously, she would have had so many accessories and all. Generation 2 ponies are from the late 90s and early 2000s. This one being from 1999. And then also this one here, which is a magic motion pony. You can see this has a specific, you know, mechanism. It's a little weird, but you know, they tried all sorts of different movements out in Generation 2. This is Moon Shadow, Magic Motion Moon Shadow from 1998. So 1 year earlier than the Princess Ivy. She has this lovely symbol, and she is discolored. You can see it here. This is discolored, the plastic. I could retrobrite it. Maybe I want to do that. Haven't had the time yet to do it, but I just like, you know, cleaned them all and gave them nice hair. Although honestly, the ponies that came from Toyplosion were all in nice condition, so I didn't have to do much. She also gave me a G3, also one that I didn't have, which is a Pinkie Pie. There's so many different versions of Pinkie Pie in the you know, 3rd generation. And this is one in a pose that I did not even have. She has cut hair, but I knew that, and it's fine. And she also has, you know, bleached hair. Technically, she would have a little more pink. But, you know, this is a really lovely, you know, a little bit later version of Pinkie Pie. And yeah, I didn't even write down from which year she is, but she is probably from 2007 or something like that. So, Pinkie Pie. Not G4 Pinkie Pie, but G3 Pinkie Pie. And G4 related, I also got the spike from her, which I actually do have. I don't remember, I think she just put it in the box, although not knowing if I would have it or not. This one belongs to the one of the talking Twilight Sparkles, the bigger ones. I have both of them. And then this is actually pretty cute. This is a watch. It doesn't even look like it right now, because I think when you have batteries in it and it's working, then you see through Pinkie Pie the time. And this is like, it's so funny, and I like having like weird Pinkie Pie merchandise. So if I, you know, I don't know, I don't want to say I collect weird Pinkie Pie merchandise, but this is fun to have, and I have a couple of weird Pinkie Pie, you know, like things, and this can totally go into this little collection. But she also brought me like G1 My Little Pony related things. Honestly, I believe this was something that I said I did not want to have, because I can't collect VHS tapes because they take up a lot of space. So I've absolutely slowed down in, you know, picking up VHS tapes, because I mean, there's My Little Pony ones, and there's, you know, Care Bears and all of that, and but I same as actually with this, if someone gives it to me, I'm not gonna say no and give it back or anything. This is actually, it's something I don't have. I might have found this one empty at one point at a flea market, and I've talked about this at this point. You think it's G2 My Little Pony because of the, you know, this is the G2 My Little Pony logo. We've got a G2 pony on it. Actually cool that it is like silver, and then here also G2 pony artwork, but it is actually G1 My Little Pony on this VHS tape. There's 1 or 2 or something episodes of the G1 My Little Pony cartoon on it. It's weird. They marketed the G1 My Little Pony cartoons on VHS tapes and then also on DVDs way until the 2000s. again, so I don't know when is this actually from, does it say? So this thing, because yeah, 1999, this is when this VHS tape was released, although the cartoon on it is more like 1985 or 86 or something like that. And in the middle you see that it, you know, promotes to My Little Ponies. So I think I found this once empty at the flea market, but now here's definitely the VHS tape in it. It's going, you know, into my little VHS tape collection, but I have to be really careful because there's not really space that I have for this. But the main thing that I'm like, oh, I'm so happy she had this for me, is actually My Little Pony playset. It's not complete or anything, it's just the bed, but it is the Rockabye bed, and this is one of the smaller playsets from the later years, so 1988, 89. They released 3 little playsets. It's the Scrub It Up tub and the little, oh, what's it called? Crib, something with crib, you know, the baby crib, and then this, and this one I did not have. The other 2 I have complete, and this is actually the Rockabye bed. It comes with lots of accessories, but I mean, I have a couple of the accessories, but this is so cute. Look, it is like, technically you would have a little pillow and a little, you know, blanket and all of that also. So this is the, you know, where your head would be laying here on the bed, and then in the back this little like picture, you can change it from sun, day, like, and then there's definitely ponies in the sky, and then to nighttime. So this is super adorable, and it's in really nice condition. It's not discolored. All of the bows, etc., are on, and all that's missing are, you know, the little accessories, because I have the little these little slippers go to it. I have the 4 slippers for the Rockabye bed, but then there was like a alarm clock and a little diary and a little nightcap and all sorts of different little other accessories that now I can, you know, kind of collect to try to complete this little cool bed. And it's called Rockabye bed. I can only show it to you like this because it rocks from side to side, so it's really almost also like a baby crib, but you know, for the adult pony, but like it is really cute. So it's one of the later smaller G1 My Little Pony playsets. So thank you so much, Trödel Mama, if you're watching this video. This made me like so happy that you had this, because I mean, you didn't know like that I don't have this, that I was actually searching for this. Low key I was searching for it actually in box, but now I'm like, no, I'm gonna like now try to, you know, puzzle together all of the accessories, and I don't need the box to it at all. Yeah, let's get to another, because I know it will be a long video anyways, but you know, also don't want to rush through all of these amazing gifts. But let's get to this amazing gift box, which was given to me by Karina. Karina's from Norway, and we actually had like an email conversation before, and we wanted to trade some Barbie fashions, just a very like simple Barbie trade. But then she was like, I'm actually gonna be at Toyplosion, so we can like trade in person. We don't need to send anything. So yeah, we did that. But she gave me way more than that, which is in here. By the way, Karina is on Instagram under the name of Kira Toys. Whoops, something fell. Oops. And she's also like an amazing like collector, does super cute pictures and all of that. So and I was following her before that, and I didn't know that the Karina person that I was, you know, talking on email to was the same person that I was following under Kira Toys, Karina, on Instagram. I found that out later. But let's unpack her package. I have of course already looked in it, so I know what's in there. So it's way too much. It's way too much. Let's maybe start with the Barbie fashions. Yeah, which I knew I would be getting. So I gave her also 4, like a pair of shoes, and then like 1 Barbie jacket, 1 Barbie skirt, and I don't remember what the other thing, a Barbie like pants, I think, that she needed. And she had like stuff that I didn't have, so this was, I mean, what I knew we would like just trade, but then this is way more stuff in there. So this is so good. This is the ruffle that belongs to the 1983 Springtime Barbie or Springtime Magic Barbie or Springtime Magic Fashion. So either in the Europe we had it on a doll, or also on just in the fashion pack, or in the US I think it was only released as a fashion pack. I have the dress. The doll is actually the same doll as Dream Date Barbie. It looks exactly the same, but I never had the ruffle. So now I will definitely want to get also one of those dolls, so either a Dream Date or this one if I just get her naked, I don't know. And then I can also put together like this Barbie. All I'm missing now is the head, but I can put another head on it. So super good. This is something that I also didn't have. It's not like my favorite Barbie line or anything. Baywatch. I have Baywatch Barbie. I don't even have her on display currently, but I only have a few of her outfit pieces, and I definitely didn't have the jacket. So now I have Baywatch Barbie's jacket, 1995. And then here we've got an outfit for Skipper. This is for Island Fun Skipper. Island Fun Skipper is from '87. I do have the doll. It's one of the Skipper dolls with a, not so pretty face, the face mold that I don't prefer, but I do have this doll. She has super long hair, and I can put her now then in her original outfit and switch around the display, put the other Skipper and maybe in the other outfit or something, whatever, and she will go like next to I have like I do have Island Fun Barbie, but in another outfit whatsoever. So but in the more beachy area the Skipper can be going. So this I knew I would. I was expecting this, and then this whole super cute Pochaco bag came and there's so much other stuff in. The first thing that I immediately saw, she gave me a Golden Girl outfit pack. She said, for your Golden Girl shelf, clothes ain't that cute. Yeah, no, the clothes ain't that cute, honestly, the Golden Girl fashion packs. But may come in handy if one of your dolls need festival spirit fashion. Yeah, this is adventure fashion festival spirit. I recently got also one of those from Suie, from my friend Suie, and now I have another one. But honestly, this thing makes actually such a good display piece just on the shelf, like on the side, that I don't know if I want to ever unbox it, because yeah, the fashions itself aren't even that impressive, because this is not a Mattel or something product like She-Ra. The She-Ra fashions are way better. This is a Golden Girl by Galoob, but look at this amazing artwork. And this is these girls here. They are small, similar to She-Ra figures, a little bigger, and yeah, they had a line of fashion packs. It's these ones here. And this one apparently, here's also the play set, and here's, is it this? No, it's a different one. This is just here. It just promotes one of the other figures. And yeah, these fashions are not super good, but I mean, this card looks so good. So I don't know if I ever will open it. I mean, it's true, there's not even that many different dolls, so you could put them in different fashions and make them look a little different on the shelves. It really depends. I mean, it's yellowed here, but it's mainly, I don't know if I've ever seen one of those Golden Girl fashion packs not yellowed, but this is like crazy good, so I will for now definitely not unbox it. By the way, here's her little her little writing here. All this super cute that she gave me. All this like also very kawaii inspired and all, like her packaging. But there's so many other things, so many cool other things, so many little. This is where the Barbie fashions were in. So what else did she put in here? It's way too much. It's way too much. And then the super cute bag. So what do we have here? It's a G4 My Little Pony pin, and it's definitely from an artist from a toy show that she visited. We've got Derpy here. This is so cute. Yeah, so she says this artist who does these pins, she meets usually at the Scandinavian conventions. The art is vinyl art, I guess. And this is so cute. I love pins. I just don't I'm not huge into collecting them, apart from a little bit, Disney pins when I'm in the parks. But there's so many amazing, artists also in the pony community who do like these pins. But I don't know, I don't have like a dedicated pin board to those. I put them usually more my general Disney pins. Here was another note. She says, so exciting to visit your stand at Toyplosion and saying hi to you in person. Yeah, definitely we did that. And the funny thing is that we didn't just, talk a lot at the event, but when we were traveling back, like we were sitting, my friend and I were sitting still at the train station because we had like roughly an hour to go before our train would come. She was also there. So we had another like 45 minutes or something to talk to each other, and she's so nice, and her husband, and she traveled with other, you know, collectors from Scandinavia who are more into the, you know, action figure stuff. So all of you were so amazingly sweet, and we had so nice conversations. So I'm so happy that I met you, same as you were like, yeah, so excited to say hi to you in person. I was absolutely excited to meet all of you. Thank you for all the time and effort you put into your videos. I truly appreciate it. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. And yeah, she says, hope life brings you happiness, bright days, and lots of vintage goodies. May the toys be with you. So thank you so much, Karina. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. And now to the other little goodies. Yeah, something else she gave me, I think. Yeah, it says, I hope my handmade little bow. What did she say? My handmade hair bow fits your amazing outfits. She made, I mean, I don't know if she also has a little like small shop or something. It looks like it because it's pretty much also professionally done here with the card here with, you know, I don't know, Cardcaptor Sakura back card for it, because this almost looks a little bit like Cardcaptor Sakura with the wings here. Super adorable. I'm not wearing hair bows that often like anymore. I don't know, I've a little bit grown out of them, but you don't need to wear this as a hair bow. I could also, you know, tuck this onto like a shirt or something. So let's do that right now here. So ta-da! We'll put it here. This is super cute and, you know, handmade. So if you have a little shop or like an Etsy shop or something like that, maybe you can put it down in the comments. I don't know about that. A Zelf. It's a lovely cute Zelf that I don't have. It's a blue one. I think it's called Marmalade. So like marmalade, but you know, like merman or mermaid, you know, marmalade. Super cute. I mean, there's so many Zelfs. I have literally almost none of them. I do find them here and there. I always pick them up. They are, of course, not a vintage toy. They are from the 2000s. I think this one's from 2013, from the series 1, the, you know, middle-sized. They're bigger-sized Zelfs, and they're, you know, the miniature ones. But this is like my preferred size. They have all these cute, you know, details, and they're a little bit like trolls, but a little cuter than trolls, in my opinion. So, a lovely cute Zelf. And another thing that is like not vintage or anything, but she knew that I'm kind of into them. She says, I'm unsure about giving you this Hatchimal Pixies Rider toy. If you are not into them anymore, don't feel bad for it. I remember once you showed it in a video, so I picked this one up in a thrift. So I'm still into them. It's just that I don't find them all that often. I have picked up one of them this year that you haven't seen, I think, in a video. They are obviously modern. They are like from 2020. Hatchimals, the Hatchimals toy line, and they come with all sorts of, you know, weird little animals, and then these pixies that ride them, you know, Hatchimals Pixies Riders. The pixie is missing here. I'm also not so much into them, and of course the wings are also missing technically in these little holes. There would be wings to put in them, so they are also, you know, mostly flying animals. But look at this cute panda. It's just about these animals for me that have something super charming and, I don't know, whimsy about them. They are mostly like very nice, cute colors, and you know, their faces look super cute. This one's called Pandora Glider, and it would have come with Fabula Fiona, but the doll wasn't here. Doesn't matter at all, because I'm not super into the dolls of this line. But I've mostly found them together with the dolls. That's why I have them. And this one's from 2020. So it's definitely not a vintage toy. But yeah, I'm still into them, and I slowly collect them whenever I find them, which is here and there, but it's not super often. I guess children are still hanging on to them, and I don't know how, you know, popular they were with children to begin with, because you can still find them online new, and they're pretty expensive. Like one of these little sets, of course it comes with more, but it's like sometimes like 25 euro or something. This was the biggest surprise. It is an action figure. And honestly, I did not buy like much of like, you know, boy toy stuff at this event, so I'm happy that I came home with at least one action figure. And it's a Jurassic Park action figure that I did not have. You are absolutely right. This is Ellie Sattler from the first Jurassic Park movie. I think even this is the figure of the second wave, still like, you know, first Jurassic Park movie, so it's not from the Lost World. But the first one of Ellie has like a little bit of a lighter, like, you know, blouse, which looks more like movie accurate. But I think the figure itself is the same one. The mold is the same, it's just a little bit differently colored. And she comes with a different little pack-in dinosaur. I don't have any of those, but this is really hers. So this little Ankylosaurus, I would say it is one, because the first Ellie Sattler figure came with a little Triceratops. And then also the accessories are about the same as from the first one, but just in different colors. So this is, I think, from Wave 2. So it's not from 1993, but then 1994. I don't have any Ellie Sattler figure. She is kind of the last one that I was missing for the, you know, main Jurassic Park cast. And of course, she's my favorite character. I've even cosplayed as Ellie a couple of years ago. And honestly, I think this figure depicts her really nice. I mean, the face is not the cutest, but she has her correct hairstyle. And it's, other than here, the colors and that she, you know, she doesn't have sleeves, is even pretty movie accurate for, you know, the Jurassic Park toys don't look very, you know, a lot of them don't look movie accurate whatsoever. So this is so cool. She can stand with this weird backpack, and then, you know, she has this, I don't even exactly know, but I think you can put it in here. Come on. It's like a little, I don't know, in German I would say Harpune, I don't know how you call it in English. Like this, and then you can trigger this button, and then it's like, oops, and then you can catch the dinosaur or something, which is absolutely not Ellie's character, but whatever. They all came with these weird weapons because, you know, that's what toys came with back in the day, and still they have to come with some, you know, accessories and weapons and all of that. But I don't have many of these for my Jurassic Park collection, for my vintage Jurassic Park collection, and it's the very first of the little pack-in dinosaurs that I have now. This is so cool. Thank you so much, Karina. I was like, I was unpacking your little package just when I came back at home, and I was like, oh, and this, and oh my god, this, because I absolutely was not expecting very much more than, you know, the Barbie fashions that we traded. Okay. Amazing package. Another cute amazing package comes actually from Yana. We have also met last time at Toyplosion, and since then, like, you know, communicated a little bit over on Instagram. Her like Instagram is not very like toy heavy, but she does super amazingly like photography, like, you know, nature photography of like super small, you know, butterflies, etc. And that's her name. She's called a butterfly 087 on Instagram. I will definitely link all those people down below. And she just gave me a little package, same as last year, because she said like she loves my channel so much, and she wants to give me something which is absolutely not needed, but I totally appreciate, especially if it's something like something I can absolutely use, like a little Hello Kitty notebook, because I use those either for YouTube. I mean, here I have my YouTube notes in one of those. Oh no, I threw Ellie over again. But I also have them for work, etc. So, and having a couple of cute ones to choose from, like, thank you so much. This is absolutely appreciated. Some cute Hello Kitty dividers. And some cute stickers are in here. So here are some G5, even My Little Pony stickers, some puffy ones. Never seen those anywhere being sold. They're super adorable. And I absolutely love to decorate, you know, like packages when I send them to other people, or just like little notes when I, you know, put something on it, or like even just my work stuff I decorate with this. And then these, they're little stickers, but they're like shaker stickers. This is like super cute, of course, for crafting or anything, or just like to decorate, you know, whatever you want. So I'm not someone who is like collecting stickers as in I will keep those safe in somewhere. No, I'm using stickers. So those are super cute. And this cute little G4 Fluttershy bag, which I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's definitely something that I can put, you know, some maybe G4 accessories or something like that in it. So because it's way too small to really use. It would even be too small to use as my, you know, flea market bag where I put my camera in, etc. Because those, I mean, I don't know if it would even fit my mobile phone. But what's in here is actually cute beads, which I'm so bad. I haven't even like done many, you know, beads, you know, bracelets in a while, and I've also not done a lot of pony photography in a while, but those cute things are amazing. Also, you know, just when you put together some pony photos and lay them on the ground, etc. Or of course to make, you know, bracelets and necklaces and all of that out of it, like, you know, like these things. I mean, this is a vintage one, but I love to do that, but I don't know, I never make the time for it. But definitely I probably will keep those as they are, because I will probably try to use them more in photography, pony photos, Barbie photos, whatever, if I ever find time for that again. So, oh no, maybe here at the side. Yeah. And Hello Kitty and stickers. So thank you so much, Yana. I hope you also found something like at my table. Yeah, I remember she was also texting me because she saw that I had one specific Barbie fashion. She was like, can you put this aside for me? And I was like, at first I didn't find it, and then on the next day I found it, and I'm happy she at least got this. I think she picked out some more Barbie fashions and some little other pieces. So I hope that everyone who came to my table was also able to find something, because like, of course, we didn't have an endless amount. Like if something was sold, it was sold, and a lot of stuff already sold like very early in the morning, or like even a couple of things sold on Friday, which made me even a little sad, because that means for everyone who's just normally buying a ticket and coming in, they couldn't even, like, they didn't even have the chance to buy this. But other, like, you know, I think for next year, what I will do, like my best things I will not put out already on Friday, like put up, etc. Or I will just put them up when the doors are open, and then everyone can see that, so nothing gets sold previously, which I'm like, I would love everybody to have the chance to get this. Okay, more gifts. Yeah, we are still with the like little gifts, etc. I don't know who this is coming from. It was just a guy coming, like, you know, past our like table. I don't know if he watches my videos or if this was just random other seller. I think so, to be quite honest. And he was like, "Are you interested in this? Is this something for you? I would just give it to you." And I'm like, oh yeah, interesting. What is this? Yeah, it is a booklet. It's called The Barbie Story, so the Barbie story. And while like looking through it a little bit, this used to belong. It's like the little booklet for a Barbie exhibition that was like running through different towns, probably in Germany, because this is in German, in 1989. So this is a booklet that belongs to a Barbie exhibition from back in the day. This is super interesting. Also nice information that I put together, but also information about the exhibition and all of that. So it's mainly, of course, vintage Barbie, like 60s. But there's also a little bit of, you know, 80s and 90s, not 90s because it's not from the 90s, but you know, what at that point was contemporary Barbie, so 80s stuff. And I was like, I don't know, I can give you something, are you interested in, I don't know, and I was just assuming he's more into action figures and boy toy stuff, because I don't think he was a Barbie collector or something. So I in the end traded some of my monster, I don't know if it was one or if you just choose one, I don't know, monster in my pocket that I have for this Barbie booklet. So super interesting stuff. Nice to look at, of course, and then also just to have, because like a Barbie exhibition from the late 80s from Germany, that's interesting, that's nice to have. And then someone else came, but she was saying, I also don't know your name, I'm so sorry. She said like she loves my videos and she just wanted to give me something small. It's not even small, but I don't know really what it is, but she gave me this plushie and then two, you know, hair ties. Two of these typical, oh no, I don't get them off, but you know, these plastic hair ties. I'm using them. So this is something nice to just, you know, get. I will get a use out of this. And two of these. And this is a plushie from Lego. I have really no like clue what it is about. She said it's a like limited edition something Lego plushie. It says Lego Dreams, so I'm pretty sure this is not vintage. So this is probably something new. It's pretty cute. It can like stand on its own, like ta-da. But I'm of course not collecting this. I am not collecting Lego. I'm not collecting modern plushies. It's technically not like something that I would have ever, you know, wanted or chosen or something, but I will keep it for now. So I will keep it like on my bed, maybe next to, like, you know, where my more colorful plushies are, like my Muppet Monster, etc. So this can go in between there, and if I have the feeling that I don't need it anymore, I will give it to someone else. Maybe one of my nieces might be interested in, because she likes, you know, Lego and stuff, so maybe she's into that. That could also be an option. But still, thank you so much to thinking of me like that you just wanted to give me something. And technically this is a really cute thing. If it would be like pink or something, I would have even be like, yeah, I'm keeping this, but it's not really my color. But thank you so much. So I don't know where I'm gonna put this. You don't see it. Can I put it on Princess Celestia? Yeah, okay. But I definitely have to maybe put all the gifts aside when we're starting with the other stuff. I don't know yet, but we are still in the, you know, gift or trade section. Something from my friend CCK. I think I've showed these things already in the video itself to you. The first thing immediately was, yeah, I have this little Barbie bag for you. And it came in another Barbie bag. So this is from a Fashion Avenue set from the 1996. I think I said 1995 in the other video, but it's actually from the 1996. Like a light blue kind of coat or dress with long sleeves, and also this furry, you know, at the collar and at the cuffs, etc. It's the number 15854. Fashion Avenue, and I have this, but I don't have this bag. And she gave this to me as well, which I don't think I even have. This is a suitcase from the 1995 minivan from Barbie, which whenever you find some accessories that have this color, for example, there's also a hat that has like little heart cutouts. These all go to the mini van from 1995. So something to complete one of my outfits, and a little cute Barbie suitcase. And then CCK had a lot of the earlier Polly Pockets for the show to sell, and those definitely sold really well. And she had two that I did not have, but I did not want to take both of them because she better also sell something, you know. So I was like, this would be the one that I would like to have the most. This is one of the, you know, early like classic compact. This one's from 1989. It's the Country Cottage. So it is this one here. Super cute, very classic, but lovely color scheme. And one of the figures comes with it. We've got classic Polly Pocket with her Polly with her lovely, you know, perm hairstyle. This one would also come with a cat and with a dog. And CCK even said to me she might have had the cat from another haul, but she didn't find it in time. So thank you so much. This I technically did not purchase from her. It was more like, yeah, she gave it to me, I guess. So one of the one of the Polly Pocket compacts, the early ones that I was still missing. So I said she had another one, but this one then sold in the end, because I said if this one does not sell in the end, then I will buy it from you. But it's sold, so absolutely fine. So another Polly Pocket for my collection. And actually from my friend Miku, who I was selling with. I didn't even say that in the beginning. I'm so bad, because this year it wasn't just like CCK and I, it was also Miku. Miku's toy collection, and Miku and I have also like done trades before. I've received like packages from her where I bought stuff from her. So she's more active also like on Kleinanzeigen, for example, in selling vintage toys. But she was like, this would be a good opportunity to try to sell in person. And so we split our 2 tables between the 3 of us this year. I'm so sorry that I didn't say that in the beginning of the video. Because it was like this, it was even more fun, because we were 3 of us, we had even more stuff at our table. And you know, if you are 3 people, it's also better than you are not like leaving always one just behind with a table when you're going somewhere else, and there's 2, so you're never like alone at the table. So we absolutely loved it, and she also said that she loved it. I mean, it's super exhausting, of course, but she might also take her own table next year, so then we don't have to like this cramped of space, you know. But she will probably be back. And she gave me this, the Cherry Mary Muffin cassette tape. You've also seen it in the video. They are super adorable. They're from 1990. Cherry Mary Muffin is, you know, Mattel doll line. I love to collect them. There's these little, you know, dolls that all have, you know, a baking theme with, you know, baking muffins, of course. But they also produced like a handful of these cassette tapes. She already sold me or gave me, I don't even remember what I purchased and what was gifts, etc. But this definitely was a gift. But before that I had already number 1 and number 3. This is number 2, but I think there's also number 4 and 5, if I'm not mistaken. At least there's at least 5. There's not 10 episodes, but it's at least 5 episodes, and they're pretty hard to find. They're pretty rare. I don't know. Online they're probably pretty expensive. Even, I mean, here it says 1, 2, 3, but I think they made more than 3. There's even a little bit of an advertisement for the Cherry Mary Muffin dolls in there, of course. And the opening of these cassette tapes is the same song that's in the commercials for Cherry Mary Muffin. It's very cute. I wouldn't say that these are like the best cassette tape productions, like others like Lady Lovely Locks or like Rainbow Bright. I way prefer. But these are still super cute, so I can recommend them if you find them. You know, I wouldn't pay like a fortune for them maybe, but especially if you are a big Cherry Mary Muffin collector, these are super cute. They're not super cute from the side, honestly. So having them just on this, you know, but on the front is the logo, and they have these cute artworks here. So thank you so much for that. I also bought in the end something from Miku, but this will be like when I show you the stuff that I actually purchased with money. Some other little gifts we've got, for example, from I think Christina, willkommen im Regenbogenland. On Instagram she's under the name of Tilana. She came around and gave all of the people, I think, that she knew some of these little gifts. And I mean, it's like little stickers, and again like a little button. So we've got like Regenbogenland, so Rainbow Land, little button here, so you know, one of these. And this is the cutest sticker ever. Do you recognize it? Do you actually recognize it? Yes, that's the, you know, picture I just showed you from the rockabye bed. This is the, you know, the back picture that you can turn around from the My Little Pony playset that I just showed you in the beginning of the video. How perfect is that? That she had like a sticker of this artwork, and this little, you know, other little stickers with strawberries on it. And then this is actually a little set of accessories, like a necklace and a ring. So a cute, it's a little big for me, but maybe here, yeah, better here. Cute neon ring and neon star-shaped necklace. So, oh, I cannot put it on now. But thank you so much for these. I will definitely, you know, use them. They are super cute, colorful. You know, I love these, you know, children's accessory things, you know, with lots of, you know, plastic and bold or pastel colors. And talking of that, I also got something similar from my friend Suie, from Suie's Cabbage Kids or Lady Duckling Toys on Instagram. She had this amazing necklace for me, and this is definitely something vintage. I think this comes from one of those, I don't know, I wouldn't call it like a board game, but you know, something in a package where it was really, you purchased this and then it showed you how to make beads out of, how to make necklaces out of these beads. So it was really like a accessory making kit, something for kids, I think in the 90s. I think I kind of, you know this. The only thing is like, I don't know, do I get this? I get it over my head. I was like thinking of exchanging because this is not elastic, into an elastic, but I don't need to, so I can put this on. So thank you, Suie. Something like this, always appreciated. And also this gummy bear here. I will probably put it back on one of my flea market bags, you know, where I have my camera in it, etc. This absolutely adorable Barbie wedding cake. I do have it, but I have a shelf where like here and there I put like, you know, little, you know, wedding accessories or like birthday themed accessories, etc. I don't mind having a double of this. This actually comes from one of these pre-treasure sets. Barbie had these, you know, high-end accessory sets in the, you know, late 90s. This one's from 1996, so probably in store in 1997. It came with, you know, all sorts of stuff for the wedding table, so, you know, fancy plates and all of that. So and this is the wedding cake to it. There's even a picture of Barbie and Ken. And as I said, I will definitely, although it is a double, I will keep this because it's just too cute. I mean, something like this I can always put somewhere in between on my shelves. You know, I like to play Tetris on my toy shelves, and this is like, it's just like aesthetically super adorable. She also gave me some candy, also from Suie. And was it that I got from her? Yeah, I just noticed I have forgotten to show you because it was somewhere else. I also from Trödelmama in the beginning here, where she gave me the My Little Pony bed and, you know, the G4 ponies, etc. I got the sticker. I don't know where she has it from. I don't know what the artist is, but it's an Applejack mixed with She-Ra. It's a She-Ra Applejack, you know, mashup. Holographic sticker. This is super cute. It doesn't say like anything on it, so I don't know who the artist is, but if you know, maybe put it down in the comments. So that comes from Trödelmama actually. I just saw it because I put it to the stickers, because here's another sticker that I got. This is from Maddie. He's the guy that's always together with Ed's Retro Geek Out, you know. Technically, if you just see them walking around on the convention, then it's kind of cameraman, because Maddie is mostly doing most of the filming, but you know, he's a collector himself, like mainly retro games, but also he's a huge Mighty Max collector, and that's where this stuff comes from. You know, Mighty Maddie, he has also his own Mighty Max little, you know, minifig he's made, and he's just a super nice guy. He's just so nice to talk to, and yeah, funny dude. And I got one of those stickers from him, so thank you. I don't know if Ed or Maddie are watching my video. I don't think so, but stickers, there's more stickers. These are actually directly from Toyplosion, so this is the logo of the show, this year's, you know, specific logo, because every year they exchange a couple of toys that are on it. I don't know, I ended up with 2 stickers. I think our table got 3 stickers, so probably CCK is missing the sticker, so I will ask her if she actually also got one, because I think Miku got one, and I have now 2, so technically I think one of these stickers is for my friend CCK. So official Toyplosion stickers. And then I also have these 2 buttons here, which I don't actually exactly know from whom they come. I think someone was just walking around and giving out like Alf buttons to everybody who wanted one, and like my friends got some, and then they also gave me one. I think this person had like tons of double like Alf buttons, but I mean, it's cool. It's an 80s thing. Alf like also sold really well at our table, so I didn't have any Alf plushes or something, but like my friends, both of them had something, and those sold pretty in the beginning, because I guess Alf is pretty popular also with collectors, etc. I didn't know that. For a while I found like Alf plushies or stuff at flea markets here and there, but I never picked them up because I personally don't want to collect Alf. But now, as I know people are into it, I might also, you know, don't leave it behind because people want to have it. So for me, it's never about, oh, I'm gonna make money with it. It's more like, oh, I'm gonna bring this to the community then. So Alf. And this button, I have like absolutely no idea. It suddenly was like on my suitcase. I don't even know if it was meant for me. If it was, if someone, like it looks like maybe a child drew this and put it into a button. It's of course a Pokemon. It's one of the evolutions. I don't know the English names, but this is Flamara in German. And I don't know if this was meant for me, but if yes, then thank you so much. It's super cute. So, suddenly it was laying like on my suitcase, like behind the table. So it must have been exactly put there. So it is probably from me. So if this comes from you, then thank you very much. So 2 buttons here. Whoop, whoop. Is this actually everything that I got, you know, for free as gifts or like in trades or something like that? No, one more thing, which is a pony. Yeah, I got a pony like as a gift, and I don't know your name. You were like really the sweetest person. There was this girl and her boyfriend, and they both came all the way from like the, you know, most southern part of, you know, Germany, from Bavaria, and both of them had the sweetest, you know, like dialect, German like Bavarian dialect. And she was like she wanted to take a photo with me, and she bought a lot of stuff from my table, and I was so happy to talk to her. She said she loves my videos, and she said, you don't have this version of Sparkler, right? This is a like version that you don't have. Absolutely right, because this is the Italian variant of Sparkler. Of course, G1 My Little Pony, Sparkler from, you know, the second or whatever, like set of unicorn ponies. So from year 3, so 84, 85. And I only have the variant that's, you know, the Hong Kong variant that has the glittery symbol. This one, no glittery symbol. And of course, Italy. Italy ponies are sometimes even the more common versions over here. But for whatever reason, I first only had, you know, the Hong Kong version. That's more, you know, common in the US, etc. So I never came across a Italy Sparkler. So thank you so much. This is so lovely. This pony is in such a nice condition. The hair, I mean, this is like factory curl, or I tried at least to, you know, not ruin it, the factory curl, but like, this is so soft, the hair is so soft, no paint rub or anything. The eyes look absolutely nice, and it's not discolored. I love this pony, and she can then absolutely join my other Sparkler here. So, they are both a little bit of a different color. So this, I mean, I don't really think that she is discolored. It's probably really just that the body color of the Italy version is a little bit different. So, thank you so much. I loved talking to you. You were the sweetest person ever. And I absolutely appreciate this lovely pony. So thank you so much. And you were so right. I did not have this variant. So I think this was really the last thing that I got kind of as a gift. I have to check my notes. No, there's more. Oh my god. I almost forgot. Yeah, you also saw that quickly. It was one of the last things on Friday evening. We went made a little round and visited some other people, and one of the staples of Toyplosion is Star Wars Zumbla. He's of course a Star Wars collector, Star Wars Zumbla, that's literally what that means. But he's also German YouTuber. I think he's doing it for so long, and he is such a nice guy. He is like always collecting money for like good causes and giving out like all these like toys, etc., for free for everybody who wants. But he specifically had 4 like My Little Ponies for CCK and me when we were talking, when we were walking around there, and just wanted to say hello. So he gave us 1, 2, 3, 4 ponies. They're all G3 ponies. Technically they were for CCK and me, but my friend is not into G3 ponies at all, so she was like, nah, you can have all of them, so absolutely fine. And here's even one that I did not have, of course. These other 3 I do have, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but they will find other, collections. They will find a new home. I will not sell them. I will just, give them to other people or something like that, because they were such a nice, gift. But I don't have place like space for doubles in my collection. So here we have. I don't even know if you have seen this pony on my channel yet, because I think I got it in a flea market video that hasn't aired yet. So, but I do have this one actually. This is Honolulu. It is a baby pony. Let's take off the wings, because it actually has their own wings. It is actually a unique pony, G3 pony mold. So this pony mold with these, specific, carvings or whatever, like these mold, like patterns here, was only used once for this pony. And this is Honolulu. She came with a big, Butterfly Island playset. So one of the most, quintessential G3 pony playsets that like, one of the eras of G3 is even like kind of called, Butterfly Island era. The most beautiful ponies come from this time span of G3 ponies, and this was kind of, it's the main pony that came with this playset. It's actually, I don't know how to explain it. It's like an amusement park, but not like an island, and in the middle there's a huge butterfly, and from this butterfly there's these little ropes that you can click on these wings to, and then you clip it on a pony, and then the pony is like driving around, because you can turn the butterfly. It is so pretty. It is such a pretty playset. I did not have these wings yet, so they come from the playset, so they technically belong to the pony and fit the pony really well. But for the longest time I wanted to have this pony because it's a special one. You only find this mold on this one My Little Pony, and this is actually from 2005. So then we have here Minty, classic. There's so many Minty ponies, like variants of Minty released in G3. Minty was already even a pony in G1, and Minty was then came back in G4, and there's even a G5 Minty. Minty is just one of the most popular pony characters. And in G3 there's so many variants. I believe this is technically the winter Minty that came, with a scarf and with, some, winter accessories. But I could be wrong, that there might have been other ponies, other Minties in this pose been released. She is also from 2005. She has a little bit of, cut hair here, so her tail gets a little thin in the end, but other than that, she's in nice condition. Just some little spots. They were so dirty. These ponies were crazy dirty. Not everything came off. Also, here's a little bit on the nostril, for like in the like here on the what I want to say, on the head of the pony that I can't get off. This was the one that was in the most horrible shape. I don't know, have I ever seen a dirtier G3 My Little Pony? I'm not sure. And it had like biro scribbles all over it. But they came off. I was not expecting that. They didn't come off with, the magic eraser. I was like, But then just using a little bit of acetone, easy. But it still has some spots that I was not able to get off. Something like, on the lip here, this, and on the back of the pony there's, some little marks, etc. But considering how it looked before, this is pretty. Of course, it has very chopped hair, but it's a pony I don't have, and I will keep it. And I guess no other pony collector would want this with this chopped hair, so I will keep it in my collection. This is actually Strawberry Reef. You probably, if you are a G3 collector or like interested in ponies, you have stumbled upon the website Strawberry Reef, which is named after the pony. So that's how I can absolutely remember the name all the time. Also with this interesting cutie mark, like strawberry and coral reef, whatever interesting mixture. At Strawberry Reef, this website is actually the main My Little Pony website that I use for identifying G3 ponies. So if I don't know a pony by name in generation 3, I use Strawberry Reef. So for every generation I use a different website. For G1 I mainly, whenever I want to look up something, I use My Little Wiki. For G2 I use Lavender Lagoon. For G3 I use Strawberry Reef. And for G4 I use MLP Merge. So for every generation I actually use a different website when I want to find out information, etc. But like, yeah, and this is actually Strawberry Reef. The pose is called the broken neck pose because this is like, really, the pony is like this, but then the head is like this. It's not the best pose to display a pony in, but there's also not too many other ponies in this pose, so that's also interesting. And here we have actually one of the G3 ponies that was the very first G3 pony I've ever found, one of the very first ponies, period, I ever found at the flea market. Way before I started doing YouTube or something. This is Sunny Sparkle or Sunny Sparkles. I think it's depending which package you have, or like in the text it's called Sunny Sparkle, but on the, you know, directly on the packaging in the front it's called Sunny Sparkles. So it's either with an S or without. You can choose. It's from the Crystal Design ponies from 2006. I didn't even say it for Strawberry Reef. She's from 2005, so they're all from around the same time. So I guess they come all out from the same, you know, child collection. So she has this kind of glittery 3D cutie mark and a lot of tinsel. She is actually in a very nice condition. No hair cut, no hair, you know, cuts, no like marks. Oh, except for here, these tiny little pink marks that I couldn't get off. By the way, Strawberry Reef is actually a shimmer pony from 2005. I don't know what's so shimmering about her, maybe her hair. But I mean, I've said that before. I am not super knowledgeable with G3s, especially with their sets that they came in. Sometimes it's just a little weird. Oh my goodness, whoops. Yeah, G3 ponies, the earlier ones have magnets in their hooves. That's why Alf is currently sticking to the pony here. So the sweetest little gift from Star Wars Zumbla. I also doubt that he's watching my videos, but in case you are, thank you so much. This was really, really sweet and absolutely a surprise. We were just walking there and then, by the way, I have some ponies for you. Oh God. Now let's finally get to the things I really purchased with my own money. I bought a couple of other things that I will not show in the video directly because they are technically just, you know, I picked them up for other people, so it's not my haul. It's not stuff that I keep or something, so I will not show these. But yeah, all of these other things here I specifically spend my own money on. So let's check the next side and let's maybe start with the Barbies. Yeah, it's definitely not a Barbie show. There's not a lot of Barbies. There were a couple of boxed Barbies. And of course, our table had Barbies. We all had Barbies and Barbie fashions, etc. But in terms of, you know, picking up Barbies for myself, there was already on Friday, there was this guy who brought a big box of Barbies. You saw it in the video. And he was like, if you're interested and you can, your first dibs, whatever you want to have, we can probably, you know, make a good price for everything or whatever, or for just the couple of ones that you want. Is there anything interesting for you? So I rummaged through it. I definitely would have not picked up this whole thing because most of these Barbies were really bad condition. Almost all of them had broken necks or a little bit of cut hair or something, and there was nothing too crazy in them. So I had most of them. Most of them were from the mid to the late 90s. A couple of earlier 90s ones, not a lot of 80s, and as I said, I did have most of them, and yeah. But I managed to, like, you know, pick out a couple of Barbies that I was interested in. So let's start with the three. One of them, this girl, and yeah, I of course cleaned them, made them look beautiful again, and all of that, and yeah, put them in fashions. This is Fashion Play Barbie 1991. This is the girl where I was saying in the video, I think this is a Fashion Play Barbie. I think I had her but gave her to my friend Selena before or something, but I definitely don't have her. Half right, because it's not the one that I thought. There is actually a Barbie 1 year later that's not called Fashion Play anymore, but at one point they were, you know, calling these simple budget Barbies then Style Barbie. So there's a Style Barbie from 1992 that has a very similar face, also the same amount of lashes and you know, with the blue eyeshadow and red lips, etc. And it's correct, this Barbie I used to have but gave to my friend Selina from Vintage Gaudi because she had the outfit and I was not super crazy about her. But it's actually not her, because this other one, the the Style Barbie from 92, the 2 dots aren't actually dots, but the one here in the center more is more like a line. And she has really 2 dots, and also the eyelashes are a little bit more to the side. I could immediately say it's not this Barbie. It is 100% the face of 1991 Fashion Play Barbie. But I was majorly confused because she didn't have bangs. Everything was combed completely backwards, and until I started, you know, really styling the hair, making these curls and all, then I noticed that, because you can see actually the front hair is long, but the bangs are rooted in the second row of hair. So that meant I had to, you know, finagle it around to get the bangs to the front and the other longer hair to the back. It's pretty difficult. I had to cut a little bit of hair as well, but I wanted her to have bangs because this is one of the features of this doll that obviously differentiates her also from the other doll that has almost the same face. She has bangs. And actually, you know what? I did have her outfit. This is a correct dress. So, and I made her like this is how she would look, with, you know, a high side ponytail with, you know, curls, bangs, and this dress. So she joins my collection. Absolutely, I did not have this doll, never had her, and never gave her to someone else or whatever. She's a new doll to my collection. So good on me identifying her that I don't have her yet. Then there was this Barbie where I was like absolutely not sure, who is this? She has these 2 hair textures, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't have her, I don't have her, I don't have her. And then it made click, that was already when the video I did not film anymore, that she must be the sports club Barbie, or as she was rather known in the US, Barbie and the All-Stars. I did not know that she had like 2 different types of hair. Like most of her hair is Kanekalon, but she has 1 strand of Saran, and the bangs are also Saran. I'm not sure if this is the same with the American version, like the All-Stars Barbie, but our sports club Barbie had this apparently. But she was also on the wrong body. All of these dolls that had loose heads were on the wrong bodies. She was on a straight arm body, and like my brain was like, no. If this is really the doll, I need to exchange the body because, you know, this Barbie has, you know, superstar arms. So I just picked around, I found another superstar body and just put it on, like, you know, put this body to her. I'm not sure then if this is her original body or not, but there were not too many Barbies that had superstar bodies. So it is possible. Most of them were budget Barbies with the straight arms, or with the, you know, kind of straight arms from the late 90s where they could also go outward. So, but I have her now and I have her outfit, so I could put her together. Of course, I had to repair her neck. Her neck was super broken, like really crazy broken. That's why you see it. So, but her neck is normal again. And if I ever find a better body, I can also then use this one, but for now it's absolutely fine because whatever, it is the correct body. And yeah, she had crimped hair, and as I said, another like 1 strand of Saran hair that's a little more, you know, yellow blonde, and then poofy bangs. And this is her face. So I'm not 100% sure if the All-Stars Barbie has the exact same face screening and the same thing with her hair. Please tell me in the comments down below, because I tried to look up so many All-Stars Barbies in the box, or like sports club Barbies, but they look to me that they are actually the same. This is the outfit. So I don't think that like the leggings that I put on are the exact correct outfit, but I mean, she has hot pink leggings. These are even like tights. I forgot to put shoes on her, but whatever. She comes actually with hot pink trainers, so kind of the look is still okay. Then she has this leotard, and she has this bag which you can switch around into a skirt. So you could do this, and then put this puffy, you know, whoops, skirt on her. Ta-da! I'm not gonna do that now, but this is kind of her feature. All of the All-Star Barbies had this feature that I had like one transforming, like, you know, packet, like you know, outfit piece that then would transform into a sort of luggage or like a backpack or something. Here in Europe, we only had Barbie and Ken, and under the name of Sports Club. So we didn't have the Teresa or the Mitch or whatever, all of these other Barbies. But at least we had this one. Oh, what I also had to repair on this body was that she had a little bit of cut hands. I've like put a little bit of, you know, this epoxy putty also on here that I use for repairing the neckline. I don't know, it doesn't really, but definitely there was a little bit of, you know, cut from her like hands. I don't know. So other than that, I mean, the body is still usable for me, but if I find a better one with the same, you know, skin tone, I might then exchange it, because this is really noticeable here. And I don't want to paint over it, because whatever I paint over it will always at one point, you know, just come off. So, but yeah, this Barbie. And one more, by the way, I bought these dolls, you know, basically for flea market prices. I bought these 3 dolls together for €6. That means €2 per doll. That's fine for me. I wouldn't have spent much more money because like bad condition, I had to repair a lot, etc. But I didn't have these dolls, and of course no fashions and all. But it was super fun to rummage through them. And the other doll I also picked up is a Teen Talk Barbie. Yeah, I don't have another Teen Talk outfit, and I also don't want to put, you know, just, I have now a couple of Teen Talk Barbies, and I don't want to put them all just in Teen Talk outfits, because there's 4 different color variants of Teen Talk outfits, yes, but I have already 4 different Teen Talk Barbies, so I probably will, whenever I find more Teen Talk Barbies now, then put together other outfits. So I'm not sure if I leave her in this outfit or whatever, but that's beside the matter that I picked up this wonderful pretty Teen Talk Barbie. She was also definitely one of the floating heads in there, or she was on a budget body or something, but I recognize a Teen Talk face all the way. There's even 2 versions Teen Talk Barbies can be screened. I mean, there's way more variants with different eye shadow colors, with different lip colors, eye colors in general, etc. But there's also 2 versions of the eye screening itself, because this one is one of the ones that has, you know, lower lashes. You see that? I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four lower lashes. And then she also has, you know, the, you know, crease also directly like painted. And there's another one that looks different. Their eyes look a little smaller. They don't have lower lashes. I prefer this screening, but it's just the second one that I have. All of my other ones are, you know, the other screening. So I needed to have her. Also, her hair was absolutely like a mess, but it was so nice that I did not even have to recrimp her. The other doll that you saw, the Sports Club Barbie, I definitely had to recrimp the hair because it looked absolutely not good. It still does not look super good, but she has still this wonderful, fluffy, like crimped hair. I just had to kind of recurl, you know, the bangs. She has these little side bangs that are like, you know, separately like curled. I love her. She is the one that has purple, you know, eye earrings and eye shadow, and I just put, you know, this cute outfit on her, as I said. I recognized her face immediately. Oh, Teen Talk, but she was not on a Teen Talk body. Either she was just floating in the box, or she was, I don't know, whatever. That was already before I started filming, because then I was like, oh, there's a body with, you know, the little speakers in it. Maybe let's show it here, what I'm talking about. So she is discolored. I haven't done anything to that. I don't know how this happened, that it's just discolored here and a little bit at the neckline. By the way, I also had to repair her, but she had just a little bit of broken out, so this is not really noticeable at all. So I did that, and the rest of her body is fine. So I saw this body, you know, with the speakers, and I was like, oh, Teen Talk body, put her on it. And you know what? This is not even a Teen Talk Barbie body. Though she talks, let me show you, she works. But apparently there must have also been a Super Talk Barbie in this box. I did not see the head, and I did not see another body that had speakers, but this is actually a Super Talk Barbie body.
Genial! Wollen wir mit Freunden draußen spielen?
She is from the normal Teen Talk Barbie is 1991. Super Talk Barbie came a couple years later, I think in 93, 94, or was it 94, 95, but whatever, a couple years later, and she had a different technology, while Teen Talk Barbie had like 4 sentences out of a pool of I think 250 or something, or 6 sentences, depends, because I have also 2 Teen Talk Barbies that have 6 sentences or 6 phrases, but your Barbie would always then have the same phrases, while Super Talk Barbie had like the pool of I don't know how many words or word parts, like parts of sentences, of phrases in her that would always, when you would trigger the body, put together a little bit differently. So she would almost never say the same. So I think the gimmick of Super Talk Barbie is absolutely fabulous, though she's not as iconic as Teen Talk Barbie, because you know the math class is tough thing. But yeah, she is now a Teen Talk Barbie head on a Super Talk Barbie body. She's obviously talking German.
Tolle Idee! Lass uns morgen Modenschau spielen.
That's so funny. I love this like gimmick.
Toll! Willst du am Sonntag shopping gehen?
So she asks if I want to go shopping on Sunday. She asks if we want to play fashion show. What else does she say?
Stark! Sollen wir mit den Jungs ein Picknick machen?
Great! Should we do a picnic with the boys? She does so many different things because the phrases are put together a little bit differently all the time. But yeah, technically I was expecting this is a Teen Talk body, and I was hoping that she had some other phrases that mine had. But hey, whatever. I'm super happy still. This Barbie is so pretty, and as I said, technically I prefer the gimmick of Super Talk Barbie, of the body of Super Talk Barbie. That's actually, in terms of Barbies, that's everything I bought. Well, that's not true. I bought Barbie fashions. And maybe I should continue with those because we were still in the Barbie realm before we get to the ponies. These you saw when I was picking them out, because those actually come from my friend CCK, but they were not a gift necessarily. Still, I did not pay the prices that, you know, the sticker prices. I was just, you know, the 5 blah 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 blobs, and asked her if this price is okay, and then, you know, I paid her a price, and not just a €5 price. It was a little more, but I did not pay sticker prices for them. So whatever you see on it, if you see any of the stickers, but I think I will get them out of the bags anyways. But they are, it is crazy. She had one of those, you know, she's not even a like Barbie collector, as in like she's not very deep into Barbie collecting at all. She has some Barbies here and there. She keeps some Barbies, especially the iconic ones of the 80s and 90s or something, but she does not need like a ton of, you know, Fashion Avenue fashion packs or something. But that's what she found. She found like one big box or something of Barbie fashions, and almost all of them were like fashion packs that are almost complete. Most of them, you know, like Fashion Avenue and stuff like that, and she had it with her, and I don't know if she sold them really well or anything, because I for once did not sell too many Barbie fashions this year. Last year definitely was better in terms of Barbie fashions, but I don't know, she had definitely the better stuff than I had, because my Barbie fashions that I had with me were like single pieces mostly, like etc., but all real Barbie except for a couple that were maybe Steffi Love or Petra, but not like amazing stuff like this. So let's start. You saw them if you watched the video, but I want to go through them again. This is the jacket from Bennett & Ken. I recently found Bennett & Ken again. I don't know if you've... No, the video hasn't been up, and I've even found a second one, but I used to have this coat actually, but I also gave it to my friend Selina from Vintage Gaudi, because her Bennett & Ken for the longest time was missing it, and was missing a couple of other pieces, and I was like figuring out she needs it more because the Bennett line is her favorite line. But now, as I have Bennett & Ken, I'm gonna slowly collect the pieces to it again. I think I also have the top, but now I have, you know, the jacket again. So United Colors of Bennett & Ken 1990. This is so adorable. I think she had told me before. This, I think, does not come from this lot that she picked up recently at the flea market. She had it before, and she once told me she wanted to give it to me or something, but like then, I don't know, it never happened, or we forgot about it, or whatever the deal was. But there I saw it, and I also remembered that she had this. This is in my first fashion. But it is complete and it's so adorable. Let me check which year it is, because she wrote everything down. She is like same as me. She identified everything also that she brought with her to the show for sale, put dates on it and all of that. So this is 1994, my first fashion, the number 12600, Dreamy Angel. It is missing wings, so there would be wings. So it's not complete, but yeah, I mean, it has this absolutely pretty white gown with, you know, gold stars and this golden belt that is attached to the dress. It comes with this is not a belt, it's not another belt, this is like a crown to put in, you know, on Barbie's head. And it comes with these gold ballet flats. So these are not just ballet flats, these are really ballerina shoes. So, and I recently found another Hollywood hair Barbie that I will keep, because variants and all. And I wanted to have another gold and white outfit, and this is it. I will put this on my new Hollywood hair Barbie that I have. So this, I immediately knew which doll I wanted to put it on. Another thing that I immediately knew which doll I want to put it on is this Ken outfit. This is directly from the All-American Ken. I think this video you have seen where I found him. I think I found him together the same flea market day and flea market box as my Derek from Barbie and the Rockers. So 1990 All-American Ken. I have him on display for all this time in a different cool outfit with also some fashions from the All-American line, but this is really what his original outfit is. It's, you know, these denim pants, these jeans with, you know, the stripe and stars and stripes pattern. It is this, you know, t-shirt, different colored cuffs, and this print in the front. And here we have, you know, normal white trainers, but of course the All-American line, or Weekend, the Weekend line, and in Europe it was called Weekend, not All-American, with the Adidas shoes. And the Adidas versions, I mean, you just put them, you know, over these shoes. You get the idea. Maybe from the other side. I don't know, whatever. Would be actually, they would be Reeboks in the US. So if you're from the US, or probably also from, I'm not sure about Canada. Did Canada have the Reeboks, or did Canada have the Adidas? I'm not sure. Here in Europe, we definitely had the Adidas shoes. I mean, Adidas is a German brand, so makes sense. More like European centered than Reebok, I guess. So this will definitely go onto this Ken. The other ones, I don't know yet. This is, I don't know, a lot of Barbie fashions, etc. make me always think of my friend Zelina from Vintage Gaudi, because this is, I know, one of her favorite outfits. It is Fashion Avenue from 1995. And this is even absolutely complete. It is this, you know, raincoat thing. So here we have even an umbrella. You cannot open it or something, but it is a Barbie umbrella. No, I'm not sure if these shoes come to it, because they are a little bit of a different color than this, but this is very often the case. Then we have this cute hat with the polka dots, same as the umbrella. Then the coat, the raincoat. Does it actually, yeah, it velcros in the front. Has this one big button. It is one of those pleathery materials, but this is not the one that I guess immediately comes off. But at least this one is still in pretty nice condition. And these, you know, kind of boot things, so the situation is that, you know, you put them over the heels. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this on a doll immediately or something, but it is a very iconic, you know, early Fashion Avenue set. Early in the terms of, you know, 1995 was the first year they put out Fashion Avenue. This I've wanted to have for so long. I have the beret to it, and I use it here and there and everywhere because I love berets on myself, but also on Barbies. But here is the whole Fashion Avenue outfit. It's from 1996, from one of the boutique Fashion Avenue sets, and the number 15855. And it's not 100% complete, but I mean, the most important thing is here, which is this adorable dungaree dress, a mini dress, like, you know, like some dungarees, or like, you know, with straps here. So overall dress, whatever. But is it actually a separate piece? Yes, it is actually a separate piece with this lace crop top and this beret with a gold brim. And I definitely also will not give away my other beret because, you know, I use it on so many different outfits all the time. And then it comes with these stockings and these shoes. It's only one shoe and one stocking, so of course I'm on the hunt now for the other stocking and the other shoe. But even if I use this like without the stockings, or just use one and then another sock that is like slouched down or something, I could make this happen. And this is like, seriously, this is one of the Fashion Avenue sets that I've wanted to have for so long. So it was like when I saw this in her box, because I hadn't like had a look like before ever on all of these fashion packs. And this is something that's a little more like special maybe to US collectors, because I think it is a European one. Here in Europe we had fashion packs for the Totally Hair line. Did you have this as well in the US? I don't think so. You had more Barbies and not more dolls for this hair, for this you know, Totally Hair doll line. For example, you also had the Skipper and the Courtney for the Toys R Us exclusives, etc. But we had fashion packs, at least something. It is the number, it's from 1991, of course, like Teen Talk Barbie. Teen Talk, Totally Hair. It is the number 3819. It's not complete, but it has a couple of the pieces. So the dress itself is somehow missing, but I mean, I could put another dress. I could put a pink, you know, simple pink dress underneath or something. But this is kind of what the fashion packs look like, with this, you know, this pattern. It also says something. It says Barbie, pom-pon, urban, I don't know what it said, head. It doesn't say Totally Hair or like ultra hair. In Germany, definitely this Barbie was called ultra hair. I'm not sure if everywhere in Europe. So this is more like something a little like top or something over it, or how should you use it? I don't know. I think it is like something, or you could use it as a skirt, but I think actually this is meant to be as a little top over a strapless or a strap dress. Here, this is then for the bottom of the dress, like a little puffy something, and then it comes, you know, with the pumps. A little hair tie would be missing, and of course the dress itself. But as I said, I could put something together, and I have two Totally Hair Barbies, and you know, sometimes if I find variants or something, I might keep another one. I have one other dress of this, you know, fashion set. I have the orange dress, so this is also an amazing piece to have. And I think these are all the fashions. Yeah, these are all the fashions. So let's have a look. What else? I was like promising you ponies already. So like, I don't know, like 15 minutes ago or something. But I have one more other thing that's not a pony. I'm not going to talk too much about it because there's not too much to talk about it. But it is this Jar Jar Binks mug, or like, I don't know, cup or whatever you want to call it. It is original from the late 90s. Star Wars Episode 1, of course, so 1999, and I just saw it like laying in lots of other stuff from a random other, you know, seller, and I saw just this, you know, Episode 1 font. I was like, ah, cool. And then I saw this pattern. I was like, wait, this is mostly, you have this mostly when it's something Jar Jar Binks related. And I turned it around, and there you go. It is amazing. I love, of course, like A, I love like Star Wars. B, I love like Episode 1 stuff, because this is like really when I was a child. Like, I got into Star Wars through Episode 2, actually, not through Episode 1. But this is like all of this crazy Episode 1 merchandise is so fun, because they made so much of it, and most of it has Jar Jar Binks also on it. Not all, but they mostly always also made a version of Jar Jar Binks, because they thought he would be one of the most popular characters. Surprise, he wasn't. People didn't really like him. I mean, children liked him. So there's that. So, but nowadays, I mean, people are getting around and also appreciating how he was meant to be, and especially what the actor did. So Ahmed Best is amazing. And I love Jar Jar Binks. He's not my favorite character, but I do love him, and I especially love collecting for Jar Jar Binks like merchandise, because it's mostly the most outrageous, craziest, weirdest stuff, because Jar Jar's look is just funny. I mean, how could you resist something like that? And then these cool colors, it looks so 90s, although it is like more like late 90s, of course, it's from 1999. And I have a little bit of a Jar Jar Binks collection going on, so I was so happy that I found this. But that's all I can tell you about it. No other story or something. I bet there were probably some other characters in this collection. Probably there was a Amidala, probably a young Anakin, and maybe a, I don't know what, C-3PO or R2-D2 or something like that. Okay, now let's get to the ponies, the main purchases, the expensive items, from the guy that really was kind of down below us. We were like on the top, like on the higher level, and then down in the hall, like very much in the front. I know him under the name of Purple Star. I know other people are calling him differently, something like Matti, or I'm so sorry, I don't remember his real name. I kind of like first got to know him at Nachtlichtcon, which is now like crazy. It's so many years ago. It was 2022, small pony convention in Germany, and people referred to him as Purple Star back then, so that's why that's what I know him as. He's mainly a pony collector, but he has like, I don't know how many ponies can a person have. He has bags and bags and bags full of ponies and like other stuff. He even had Barbies with him this time. I didn't even have time to look for the Barbies really. He has accessories, and he has, I don't know, little pretties and Care Bears and ponies of all sorts of generations, and fairy tale birds and Magic Meadow ponies and everything that I love. But I stuck to ponies and accessories. So I purchased 1, 2, 3 G1 My Little Ponies off of him, and a stack of accessories. So let's start with the ponies itself. They are all rather expensive and thought after ponies. The first one that I noticed he had there, I mean, he hadn't even unpacked everything. It was just a couple of things he had put out because we were there on Friday evening. The first time I had some, some time to go like toy hunting myself. And the first pony I saw from on the shelf, wasn't even sure, is it one of them? Or is that one of the nurse ponies? Because, but yeah, it's one of the nurse ponies. And he, was asking 40 euro for it. And I was like, oh, that's actually a good price, because they are super, super late ponies. They are pretty rare European exclusives. And I had never seen one before, I think, in real life or whatever. But the reason why he had priced it a little lower, was that she was missing the tail. She didn't have a tail. And other than that, she also has some issues with a lot of spots here and there. But I didn't care. I had never come across one of those before. And I knew I would have the correct color, like hair color on hand, and replacing a tail is not super difficult. I mean, it was a little difficult because this pony was, oh my god, the head was so difficult to get off. I broke a couple of nails, and it took me, I don't know, half an hour until I had the head open because it was glued so shut, but I was able to do it. So this pony is called Nurse Sweetheart. And she looks a little bit similar to one of the, Seven Tails ponies, to one of the TV star ponies, but no, this is one of the nurses. There's 3 of them. It's a set. I mean, I don't know. The set is just called, I think, Nurse Ponies. In German, the Herzschwestern ponies. And they're from 1993. Really, the last year of pony releases in Europe. She was available in Germany. As I said, there are German names for it, etc. And the very, very last ponies, I think, were then just after that released in the Netherlands. So this was not one of the Dutch exclusives or anything, but still 1993. like box date or like card date, and then probably, because I remember, I think I have these ponies in the German My Little Pony magazines from late 1993, and that was the last year of when they made the pony magazines. So they were probably still in stores in 1994. This is the white one with the pink here, then there's a pink one, and then there's a blue one. So there's 3, but all of them have very similar symbols. And these symbols actually have a color changing feature, so which doesn't work anymore. You always now see the little teddy bear. It's actually, the heart was a little more deeper pink or deeper red almost, and you wouldn't see the teddy bear behind, but you would need, like, you know, put your finger on it, apply a little heat, and then you would see either a frowning teddy bear or a smiling teddy bear. So this is now, I don't know, it's gone. The feature doesn't work anymore, but I don't care. It's a white pony. It's rather white still. I could retro bride it, but I don't want to be quite honest. It is white enough for me. The hair is also a little bit cut, so the mane actually would like more like be almost down to, you know, to the bottom. And but you know, as I replaced also the tail like a little shorter than it probably would be. I also don't mind now having a little bit shorter hair. It is actually a little bit more like rarer hair color. You would think like a lot of ponies have this pink hair, but no. Most other bright pink hair on ponies is a little darker. This is a hair color that was, to my knowledge, only used on very late ponies, mostly European. I have it on hand because I've used it on a Bengals, on one of the hairdo ponies. So I had it. So I was lucky that I have this hair on hand, so I could replace the tail. You can see there's a little highlighter mark. I think this really comes from a highlighter. And then there's some other little spots here and there all over the body. There's a little bit of, you know, where else, here, etc. So that's why he priced her rather low. And oh my, I didn't even show it to you, but she's obviously missing her little nurse head. That's the thing that makes them super expensive. So this little, that's just a little piece of plastic, a little nurse head that you can clip into the holes there. She has one hole here and then the other side. One of those little heads can go for, I don't know, over 100 euro. So if you would find this together with a pony, that's what makes it super expensive. But yeah, I don't care. I've never seen this pony in real life, so, and like 40 euro was a good price for me. Like, yeah. Also 40 euro I paid for this pony. This is also a rather late, not as late as 1993, but like 1991. European exclusive. It's from the Romance Ponies, or in German Glücksfee ponies. So I don't know, in German they didn't have anything to do with romance apparently, so they were just lucky fairy ponies. I don't know, Glücksfee ponies, but there's a set of 4 ponies that have like romantic motifs, wedding rings, a love letter, just you know, hearts and a bouquet of flowers, of roses, something like that. Very lovey-dovey ponies. And while there are a couple of other European exclusive sets from around this era, which are not that difficult to find and not as rare or something, like the flower ponies or the cookery ponies, I think they're more common. The romance ponies are a little harder to come by. I don't know, maybe they were not distributed as well, or they were just not selling as well, or whatever the reason might be. Those, they are not as easy to find, and they are a little more expensive. So I only had 2 of the set yet. So this is the next one, and I'm only missing 1. I'm only missing a Love Story. So this is Love Token. Crumpet pose, really nice that the eye is not scrubbed off. A lot of ponies in this pose have, you know, completely scrubbed off eyes. As I said, she has the, you know, wedding rings, or like engagement ring, because I mean, one has a, I don't know, whatever you want to think, it's rings. I mean, very romantic and all. White hair, which is correct. It's not like it's not a fading pink or anything. Pink body, also like one little spot here at the back, which I don't care at all. I think also she has a little bit of cut hair, because I think they had a little longer tail and mane, but it's really not a lot. If it even is cut, maybe it's not cut. So I was super happy to get another one of the romance ponies. So now I'm down to 3 of the set. It's also not a set that I'm super after, as in I'm looking for it online all the time. It's more like whenever I, like, you know, for example, one of them I even found at the flea market 2 years ago, like after the Toyplosion. So, and the other one I got like bought from a friend. So it's more like whenever I have the opportunity to get one, I will grab one. It's not a set that I'm necessarily I need to buy online for a super high price or something like that. But like 40 might be a high price, but like, you know, I'm willing to pay, you know, normal pony prices if I'm at a convention, of course. Also for this pony, this is in such a good condition. I'm like, oh my god, was this ever played with? I don't know. This pony was 50 euro, which I also consider a super fine price. It's absolutely okay, especially for a pony in this nice condition. This is Bright Eyes. Yes, there's more ponies that are called Bright Eyes. For example, there's also a Twinkle Eye pony that's also called Bright Eyes. They don't have much in common. I mean, maybe the color scheme a little bit, but they're totally different cutie marks, and they're, you know, different ponies. Hasbro just reused some pony names here and there. This is one of the characters from the kind of TV show. That's why they are also called TV star ponies, TV star ponies. From the from the Pony Tales. So yes, there was a pony cartoon in the mid 80s. You know, where, like, you know, I've explained it before, castles and dragons and sorcery and witches and all of that. And then they made kind of another TV show that had nothing to do with that. Totally different characters and all. And this is like the Pony Tales, where the ponies live in an urban environment. They go to school, they have dance parties, whatsoever. And they're mainly walking on their behind legs. But the toys that they made for this era of My Little Pony, it's the first generation, they are still looking the same. The toys don't look much different. They still use the same pony, you know, body molds, and also here we've got one in the Tootsie pose. It's just that, you know, the cartoon was a little different. But this is one of the main characters. It's that Bright Eyes. It has, you know, this diary here, or, you know, school notes or whatever it's meant to be. The same cutie mark was also used on one of the Dutch exclusive ponies. Then it is like super dark blue, and it is called Diary Pony. But this is like the normal version, you could say. But still, it is a late pony, 1992, European exclusive, because these also were just released in Europe. So, and I love this hair color. Also here, this is a hair color that's not very often to be seen on any G1 My Little Ponies, except for these late European ponies. So I know that definitely also another one of the hairdo ponies has this hair color. I think also one of the great hair ponies has this hair color. So there are a couple, but they're all pretty late ponies, and you will not have seen this crazy neon orange hair color on any like ponies in, I don't know, like 85, 86, 87 or something. And I would have not had this color on hand, so I don't have any replacement hair for this, but luckily, as this is in such a good condition, this pony, there was no need to rehair anything. Does not have cut hair. The hair is super straight, which is normal. I mean, the pony came with super straight hair. It came with a hair brush or comb. These ponies came with really different hair combs. They're also pretty expensive on their own. I'm not exactly sure which one this one came with, but I clearly don't have those accessories. But mostly these later ponies didn't come with lots of accessories. I said this pony just came with a hat, with the nurse hat. I think this pony came just with a normal hairbrush, one of those long handled ones, and this pony also with just one hairbrush. But yeah, super like amazing additions to my collection. Super colorful and super late ponies here. So, but yeah, accessories. I said it, I also picked up accessories from Purple Star. Also all of these, not super like cheap or anything. But by the way, in the end, when we made a bundle deal price, he definitely gave me a super good discount. So I paid less than, you know, what I say here in price wise. I have picked up one of the Big Brother pony heads. I only have one of them. You know, there's these male ponies. They are bigger and a little bit different, have a different pose, etc. And these came with heads. I only have the head of Tex, the cowboy head. And this is the pirate head of Barnacle. Finally, I have another one. They're just kind of expensive pieces on their own. These heads are, you know, you don't get them much cheaper than 20 euro. So I was happy to pick one up there. Also for around that price, but you know, no shipping, etc. I also picked up this little duck. This is duck soup. You know, there were a couple of these animals, like Twinkles the cat, or oh my goodness, what's the name of the dog? Now I'm blanking on the name of the dog. Brandy the dog, for example. Those always came with play sets. And this little duck, yes, duck soup came with a waterfall play set from year 2, like a very early pony play set. It's this, you know, waterfall with the sun and the rainbow, like in the clouds. I do have it. You might have seen it in my collection, but I never had the duck to it. I think Emil Ente, it's called in German, and it is from these animals, these little, like also Spike the dragon, etc. But from these animals that came with the playset, I think a duck soup is the most expensive one, and the one you see the least, because I think the playset also was one of the less sold ones, like the show stable, for example, or the pretty parlor. They sold way more than the waterfall playset. Then what else did I pick up? The glowworm. I finally have the glowworm for My Little Pony. Yeah, what glowworm, My Little Pony? I mean, you know, maybe this toy, etc., as a plushy, bigger version. And yes, this was its own toy line, glowworms, and then the glow friends. But they're also done by Hasbro, or like, you know, one of the subsidiaries, so Play School, that belongs to Hasbro. So there was a kind of, you know, mashup with My Little Pony, actually. And 2 My Little Ponies, if I'm not mistaken, 2 baby ponies came with a little glowworm. It's just a little plastic figure, pretty big, to be quite honest. But yeah, 2 ponies of the first tooth baby ponies. So either baby North Star or baby Lickety Split. So, here, for example, is baby North Star. You know, they came with lots of accessories, also with little, you know, toothbrushes and toothpaste and all. So this pony also had this glowworm in the package. So it is a rather rare accessory. I don't know, it's also not one of the most, you know, cheap ones, but now I finally have one. My Lickety Split is somewhere else, that's why I cannot reach it. But it came either with baby North Star or with baby Lickety Split, the first tooth version. So there we go. One of the staple accessories to have for a G1 My Little Pony collector, the glowworm. And then these small hair barrettes. I love them. They are my favorite accessories, like hair beret accessories from My Little Pony. They say I love you on it. And they mostly came with the Brush and Grow princesses. Though I can never remember which ones I have, because I think I'm missing 2 colorways of them. But these I do have. But they also came with the Dream Beauties, with a couple of the My Little Pony Dream Beauties. But I'm not sure. I think this one might have been come with Brilliant Bloom, maybe, and this one maybe with Skylark, but I cannot tell. This is, now I see it is more purple than pink. I don't know, but I think I have these 2, but this one could also have been together with the Dream Beauty Circle Dancer, which I do have, so maybe it is from this pony, or Dream Beauty. So, but whatever, I cannot have enough of these. You know, they're just little hair clips, hair berets, not berets, barrettes. And this is a little comb that probably comes not from My Little Pony, but maybe it does. Quality wise, it is amazing. Like, it is really not like a cheapo knockoff, you know, comb or brush or something. It is, but I don't know where it comes from. Also, even on My Little Wiki, it's not really explained. They say they don't know. CCK says she has found out where it actually comes from, but she has forgotten. Wow, great. that doesn't make me more, you know, knowledgeable. If you know which toy line this came with, no, it did not come with a My Little Pony, you know, friends. That did not come with the fakey elephants, because they did not have this high quality combs in it. Which toy line does this come from? I don't know, but I know I have it. I love, you know, toy brushes and combs. And maybe if it isn't related to My Little Pony at all, I think it is so adorable. But it looks really, it feels and looks like a My Little Pony comb. Please help me out, but I wanted to have it. It's even on my little wiki. It is like a little, you know, mystery still. Ah yeah, and I picked up this little My Little Pony soap. I couldn't leave it. It did not come with a My Little Pony, but it is a little, you know, soap with, you know, the logo and a pony engraved in it. And it came in this cute little package. It was a set of multiple soaps, and he says he has multiples of it, so I also picked this one up. Mini soap. So I don't think this came with a pony. Oh, what I also picked up from him is not pony related. That's the only thing I picked up that's not pony related from him. Yeah, he had one of the little, what are they called? Baby sprites. So this belongs to the Rainbow Brite toy line. They are little mini sprites. Sprites are, you know, the helpers of, you know, Rainbow Brite and her friends, all the color kids. And there's like different sizes, of course, of the plushies, bigger ones, smaller ones, the headful ones that have like heads on it, etc. The smallest ones and the cutest ones are these baby sprites. There's 4 of them. I have found one before at the flea market. Look, the head is a little bit pushed, like tilted to the side. It's a little wonky how it is applied, but I don't care. I have the red one, but mine has like, you know, scribbled over face, and I haven't even been able to get that off, but I don't care. My friend CCK, she says she always finds them at flea markets, though I have just found one in all the years I'm going to. But I think they're a little more thought after, like over the pond in the US, etc. But I cannot exactly tell if these were a European exclusive. There's 4 of them, as I said, 4 different colors. They came in little plastic balls that you would pop open, like see-through, and then you would have this little, you know, sprite, the little baby sprite that has a diaper on it. But they are called Itsy, Bitsy, Easy, and Weenie. Not Easy, Eensy, and this is Eensy. So the yellow one with the blue in the back is Eensy. But I've heard from like international Rainbow Brite collectors, like in the US or whatever, Canada, that they have gotten theirs always like on eBay or whatever from Europe, mostly from Germany. That's where they are most common, I think. So it might have been a German exclusive or European exclusive, these little sprites. Like in Germany, we also had a German exclusive Rainbow Brite doll. You know, we had Moonglow. So it's not totally impossible that also this is a German or European exclusive thing, but I haven't found anything online that confirms it. But from where you find them mostly, it's pretty sure that most easy to find over here, as opposed to, I don't know, Canada, the US, or wherever. Yeah, then I have 3 purchases from this other, you know, woman. I am so stupid. I never ask for your name. I think you're watching my videos. I think she's watching my videos. She has said this to me already 2 years ago and last year as well. And maybe you told me your name and I cannot even remember. I'm like so stupid. She has been there for like every year in a row. And she has always brought the most beautiful either ponies or Barbie stuff or just random other girl toys. And it wasn't any different this year. She had amazing ponies with her. She says she is about to, get rid of most of her pony collection because she's more into Barbie right now. She just keeps a couple of very special ponies to her, but she had some very special ponies with her for sale, and I picked up 3. Firstly, let's start with the smallest one. It's one of the Fancy Mermaid babies. These are a US exclusive, or maybe also Canada or something, but definitely these didn't make it to Europe or Germany or whatever, so these are pretty hard to come by. She also said this was always her only one. I might have just purchased another one on eBay, but technically this is not the first one I have in hand, and it is not the one that I purchased, so yay for that, because I purchased it before Toyplosion. So these are called, as I said, the Fancy Mermaid ponies. They have the heads of the teeny tiny baby ponies, and then completely different molded bodies that are, have fins. They are really like a halfway fish, so a mermaid pony. Their symbols are kind of on their chest here, pearlized, also the tail is pearlized, and of course they don't have a tail, they only have a mane. They can stand here, see, so they have a platform and they have a hole, so they were also meant as, you know, water toys. So this one is called Baby Sea Shimmer. There's 3 of them in 3 different colors, and then of course different hair colors. They're all from 1991, so also late, but a late US release. So, and I couldn't say no. I saw the price was so good, 45. I think I paid more on eBay with the shipping and all. The pony itself might have been a little less, but you know, if I find them, no shipping, I can look at it. I mean, I needed to have it, especially if it was another one. So I purchased the pink one on eBay, and this is the purple one. And then there's a blue one. So cute. I mean, oh, these heads are like the cutest. I mean, people might argue they don't look like ponies anymore, but like whatever. They're G1, they're early 90s. They are the epitome of absolutely cutesy My Little Pony toys. And I mean, the purchases from her you also saw in the video itself already, so there's no surprise actually if you've seen like the vlog or the toy show video itself. But yeah, I bought one of her Dream Beauties. She had 6 Dream Beauties with her. Like crazy how, I mean, that the person even has a couple, but that she's selling them. And I mean, she says she's going to flea markets for such a long time already, and she has found most of her ponies and all at flea markets, the Barbies itself also, etc, etc. So I guess probably these Dream Beauties come from flea markets. I only own one other Dream Beauty, and it is from the same set. There's only 2 of these Dream Beauties in this show, what are they called, the Showtime Beauties. That's why I opted for this one. So I have like one set of them, like the other one that I have is purple and has more like greenish hair, but both of them have these, you know, molded on saddles and these flowers and all of that. And they are like super thought after. They go into the My Little Pony line, though they are separate. So, I mean, Hasbro, and they kind of still produced it under the banner of My Little Pony, but like, you know, you're a little bit pony for your grown up a little bit, you know, a little bit less babyish. Not, you know, I'm a My Little Pony mommy, but more like, you know, like a Barbie horse, like a Fashion Star filly, more in this direction, because they are like taller, they are plastic. So, but so pretty, and with My Little Pony collectors, they are absolutely beloved, and they are rather hard to find, hard to come by. They were only released, I think, in 1 year, the whole, like, I don't know how many, but there's a couple of sets, at least 5 sets, and each of the sets has at least 2 or 3 ponies in it. I think this is the only set that has 2 ponies, but then there are ones that have wings, that there's 3 of them. There's the ones that are like see-through glittery, those are 3 of them, etc. So there is a couple of them, but all were released in the same year, which I think 1989. And then, I don't know, they probably didn't sell super well, but like they are like, yeah, but they were sold here. A lot of people have found them on German flea markets, etc. But they were also sold in the US, etc. So they are not a country exclusive or anything. And I am not the biggest collector of them for multiple reasons. A, I mean, they're way bigger than My Little Ponies, so harder to display. I don't really have a good space for them. And B, they're very expensive and just, you know, not something you find all the time. So I found like one of them on eBay, bought it like won the auction for around 40 euro back in 2021, I think. It's a while ago. Also mine has cut hair from the set, but not super cut. You can still, it's still somewhat long, but it's not like a buzz cut or something. And so I saw this one for 45, which is around the same price that I picked up mine, because, you know, there was shipping back then when I bought it on eBay. So it's probably around the same price. And this is kind of the price my limit is. Maybe up to 50 euro. I don't want to pay more for a Dream Beauty. I don't need them that bad. There's other G1 My Little Ponies that I'm paying more for because I like them more. But here, this was the perfect opportunity. As I said, I have the other one of the set, The other one is called Circle Dancer. This one is called My Fair. And her hair isn't even that short cut. I mean, it looked super frizzy and all like short and cut. And it is super thin and it is cut. But it's probably because, I mean, this pony had super curly hair. And then when the child like brushed through it all the time, then, you know, ripped it out even more, ripped it out. So it is super thin in the ends. So I gave this a little curl here. But technically the length, there's a couple of hair that is still the correct length. Tail, of course, also cut. But I mean, it looks so pretty. What I haven't done yet is I haven't repainted the eye, and there's a couple of other, you know, like paints, you know, paint rub, which I probably will repaint also the eyebrow on the other side a little bit. So I just, you know, haven't had time to do that, but I will do that definitely before I put her on display. They are so stunning. I think there's 2, or is it even 3 different molds. So the ones that I have now are in the 2 different molds. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? They're obviously taller than a My Little Pony. And they are, from the way they are made, more like a Barbie horse. Size difference. If you find one of those, pick them up. They are worth a lot of money. For a while now, they haven't been like super high. I mean, there was a time when they sold for like 100, 200, 300 depending. The ones with the wings are always more expensive, and a couple of the sets. But like, I'm more in this. If it goes to maybe 50 euro, I'm okay. Higher than that, I don't need them. That's also something, I don't even have really space to put them. So, and there was one more pony that I bought from her that was like, oh my god, I can't believe I own this pony finally. I paid more money for this, obviously, but also she was super nice and gave me, of course, a big old discount. So I bought Raindrop, well, Regentropfen in German, because this is a German exclusive pony, and it's one of the 2 that are like, you know, going for the highest price. I mean, I think Nachtlicht, Nightlight is still top tier in terms of price from the set. A Raindrop is a little less expensive, but you know, this is not only like a variant of a pony, like from like where the same character was released in a different pose or something in other countries as well. No, this is really a character that was only released in this set and only on German back cards. I mean, they were probably also available in Austria and Switzerland, because these are German-speaking countries, but you couldn't get them in other parts of like Europe, like, I don't know, in Spain, or I don't know what, in Norway or whatever. I don't think they were available, because there's only these ponies ever been found on German back cards. And the name is Regentropfen, which means raindrop. It's a pink pony in the bow tie pose. It has the symbol of, you know, rain cloud with raindrops coming out, but also the sun is coming. There's one variant of this pony which has a smaller symbol. I mostly see the one with the smaller symbol, but of course I prefer the one with the bigger symbol, because, you know, bigger the better. This pony is also notorious for having these regrind spots, you know, these pink spots. This one just has a couple of them, so I think she's in a really, really nice condition. I don't know if you can see that. Here's one. Underneath there's one. You cannot even really see it, but there's one there. There you can see it. And then there's one more. Yeah, here in the tip of the nose, but also really small. Just so unless they're not getting bigger or anything, I think this pony is in a really nice condition. No cut hair. And I got it with her comb. She also came with the brush in the same color. Yeah, what set is this actually from? This is the German rainbow ponies. And you cannot really like compare them. Oh, this was released in Germany, while the US or the other countries had, you know, the normal rainbow pony set with Sky Dancer, or with, you know, Moonstone and I don't know, all the other normal rainbow ponies like Parasol, etc. Because this was a really early set, you know, from year 2, I think. So no, this pony set was just a different rainbow pony set, released in 1987-88. So the card says 1987. The My Little Pony magazines show it like from 1988. I think the October 1988, so my birth month and year issue of the German My Little Pony magazines has these ponies in it. So they were out then in, you know, 1988. So not a super early set. It featured a couple of ponies that were released in other countries, just in different variants, like Moonstone and Flutterby, for example, just slightly different. No glittery symbol, or but still with the Hong Kong stamp, etc. So they are very similar to others. Then there's two that are in different poses, like the Starshine and the German Sky Dancer. They are, of course, ponies that were released in other poses in other countries before, but they have different color schemes, different hair colors, and a different pose. And then there's these two ponies that are in this pose. It's Nightlight, Nachtlicht, very, very dark blue, and then this one. So these are the two that are most expensive of the set. So I paid €90, which is a good price. So I technically paid less because I got a very good discount in the end for the 3 ponies, or the 3 things that I picked up. But like, I don't think I've ever seen this one for under 100 recently. So, and then in this good condition. So I'm so happy. I love this pony. I mean, now it's for me for this set. I'm missing the German Sky Dancer, and of course I'm missing Nachtlicht, Nightlight. So, but here we go. Raindrop, dream pony to have, because I am from Germany. You would think, oh, it's easy for you to find these German ponies. Not out in the wild and not online easy. But if you go here to a German convention, you might run into this pony, as I did. And I'm so happy I picked it up, because I would have regretted it. It's of course the most expensive single item that I picked up here, but I've already regretted it, like when at Nachtlichtcon, which was, like, as I said, in 2022, a while ago. I saw this pony with a haircut, and it was 80, and I was regretting almost not picking this up because I could rehair it. Haircut means I can still rehair it. It would have cost €80, but here I have it for technically €90 in a better condition. So I mean, it took a while to get a hold of this pony, but now I have it. So thank you so much for everybody who sold me something and gave me a big old discount. I'm so happy. I also tried to do that at my table, but I mean, a lot of people weren't really into haggling or, like, I don't know, negotiating. They just accepted the price that I set, and then, I don't know, sometimes I just rounded down a little bit the price when I sold something, but because I'm someone who really enjoys, like, negotiating and haggling, so, like, myself when I buy something, but I'm absolutely open to do it for, when people buy something from me. 2 more amazing pony items I picked up from someone that I don't know. It was a table very close to ours, actually, just on the right hand side, so more at the top, not in the bottom level. And I saw actually this item already before the day before, but yeah, I was like, nah, I don't know if I pick it up. And then the next day I also saw a pony that I wanted, and so I picked both of them up. You saw it in the footage already. I picked up a carded pony accessory pack and a baby pony. Let's start with the accessory pack here. I explained it also in the video itself already. This is from the Pretty Ups, in German called Pony Haarschmuck, so pony hair accessories. I mean, that's essentially what it is. It is a ton of pony hair accessories. We have a comb, we have hair clips with hair strands, we have hair clips with, other hair strands. We have some barrettes there, and a ribbon. And there were 4 of these sets. They were called, this one is the Kittens and Teddies, and there was one with flowers and birds. Then the Seashore Pretty Ups, you can see on this pony here, and then one more, I don't know what this one's called, Seidenband und Spitze, something with lace and something. And you can see here it's kind of modeled on the brush and grow ponies. Of course, just wonderful artwork here, the different brushes that you could have in them, and then this is German. I have a couple of carded pony wear items, but I think they are all different languages. I have one that's English, I have one that's Italian, I have an Argentinian one, no German. Now I have something that's German. Mein kleines Pony, Pony Haarschmuck, it says in here, and this is really more a box than just a blister item. And then, interesting, I heard something, and it's not completely shut. I could open it. I will not really open it. But what immediately came, you know, out here were some of the, where are they? Here. Some of the little pamphlets. So this one I do have already. This is, you know, something, it is so cute. It shows all of the pony sets that were out there, and none of them are photos. They're all artwork. They're all hand-drawn artwork. The play sets and the ponies. And then here is these two things I did not have before. This is for, you could get, you know, member of the Pony Mummy Club. So the club for the, you know, the fan club for My Little Pony back in the day. And then here is another one, which this is for the My Little Pony magazines. And I think you could, yeah, you could, what's it called? Do a subscription for the pony magazines. This is something in here. I will not like have it out. I will always put it back, but it's something that I can reach because, you know, the tape is open on this. I don't know where to put it. La la la. You will not see it. Doesn't matter now. Want to talk about this pony quickly here, because this is also one of the rather late pony sets and a European exclusive that I did not have. This is from the second set of family ponies. You know, you had the first normal set of family ponies that was released, you know, everywhere worldwide with the 3 different families. Always a mom, a dad, and a baby pony. In Europe, we even had always siblings, a baby boy and a baby girl. And then super late in like 1990, also 2? Is it 92 or 91? Did I write it down? Yeah, 1992. They released another set of 3 families, this time only with always one sibling, always with one girl sibling. And the boys, the daddies, were actually not boy pony poses. They used the gingerbread pose for the daddies. And the interesting thing about these pony sets is they have interesting hair. See, they have hair that's like horizontally striped, so it's like kind of dyed, like a dip dye or something. And this one comes from the Sunbright family. I don't know why I never remember the name. I always know it's something with sun, but you know, the other families like Berrytown and then Meadow Sweet, and this is the Sunbright family, and this is the baby. I only have like 2 other like ponies of this whole big set. I have the baby of the Berrytown family and I have the mommy of the Meadow Sweet family, and now I have the baby of the Sunbright family. So, I mean, it's just called Baby Sunbright. There's no other name to it. As I said, also European exclusive set, rather late, rather rare, rather expensive. So I paid, you know, the sticker price was €60 for this, which is about, he has like researched well, is what they are going for. They're mostly offered for around 50, 60, 70, around that, and then whatever you I don't know, auctions could be maybe get less, but I don't know. This is about a normal price for this pony. The mummies and especially the daddies are more expensive with the set for sure. But as I, you know, bundled together with this set, which was originally like marked as like €65. Did I say dollar? Not dollar, euro, of course. We were here in Germany, we're talking in euro prices. I got both of them for 100. Which, is that a lot of money? Yeah, that's a lot of money. But is that something that's clearly very specifically like for my collection? Yes. And if I want to have some of these items, I, you know, sometimes need to get a little bit of money out of my pocket. And honestly, I sold a lot of stuff. I earned money there, so I was also super happy to spend money, especially on ponies that I need for my collection. I actually picked up one more thing. Actually, I said it already, from Miku when we were packing away, and this was still there. I was like, you know what? I here, take my money. I want to have this. This is Lady Lovely Locks, actually. This is the Lady Lovely Locks jewelry set. Not the full one, but the main pieces are here. And, you know, I didn't have this. and I love collecting Lady Lovely Locks, one of my absolute favorite toy lines, if not in my top 3. I think number 1 favorite toy line, of course, My Little Pony. Number 2, Barbie. And I would say number 3 is Lady Lovely Locks. That's like kind of my current, like, you know, how I would say which are my favorite. Yeah, Lady Lovely Locks, of course, these cute dolls from Mattel with also little kitties and a horse and these pixie tails, etc, etc. But they had a couple of, you know, children's accessories that are not directly for the dolls. And this is one of the accessory sets. It doesn't have really a name, it's just called jewelry, or, you know, accessories. Jewelry set, I think it's just a name. It comes with, this is meant to be a necklace, this is meant to be a brooch, but I think you can clip it on here because it has this little clip here. Can you clip it on there? I'm not gonna do it now, but my guess has always been that you can clip this also in here, or it is just a brooch that you put on your t-shirt or on your, you know, necklace or something. And then this is a bracelet. It's very rubbery. And it's for different sizes. I could totally wear this. So, could this? I mean, why else would there be always a hole if it's not meant to go in here? This set also came with earrings. Those are missing here. And with, with 2 pixie tails actually. But it has super cute, like, you know, accessories. Here are the pixie tails, and this is like the hair of the pixie tails, and these flowers. And it goes into the other pixie tail. It's actually not made by Mattel, but it's made by Arco. Interesting. But Arco was a typical, you know, toy company that manufactured a lot of things, often for Mattel, when Mattel didn't want to manufacture it themselves. Like a lot of Barbie fashions are made by Arco, a lot of Barbie playsets, furnitures are made by Arco. So I'm not surprised that they also licensed a couple of, you know, of these jewelry sets, etc. out to Arco. So this must be like 89, 88, 87, around that time when Lady Lovely Locks was out. And there is actually another version of this jewelry set, like the deluxe jewelry set that has a couple more things in it, like also sunglasses and I don't know what else, some hair barrettes, which are the same barrettes that will also come with this hairbrush and hair comb set, but without the hair comb and brush, just the barrettes and something else. Did I write it down? No, I didn't, but there's like 2 versions where you could get this, the normal one that has an upright packaging, or like a horizontal packaging with also sunglasses and some other accessories. So I will put this somewhere in my Lady Lovely Locks display. It is super adorable. Did I actually show you the little depiction of Lady Lovely Locks herself? So cute, and a super good addition to my Lady Lovely Locks collection, and it sure wasn't expensive. I don't know where to put it. So I'm actually was pretty happy that it didn't sell earlier, so I was like, I'm gonna snatch that up. There were a couple of other things that I was like, let's see, if that doesn't sell, I might pick it up either from Miku or from CCK. But those things sold. For example, one of the puppy surprise that CCK had with her, or a couple of the Barbies that Miku had, but no, they sold. Fine, fine, totally fine. I picked up like a lot of stuff, totally enough stuff. So that's it. The video is probably 2 hours long, but I mean, if there's like 100 things that I need to explain already in the beginning for, like, you know, gifts and all, then of course the video is getting long. It's your fault. You are giving me those gifts. That's why the video is getting so long. Because like technically my own purchases aren't even that many. They're quite expensive, but not even that many. And I focused very much on G1 My Little Pony, so I feel very proud and not like distracted by Barbie and all of. I mean, there wasn't even so much Barbie, and the Barbies I picked up were really like similar to what I pick up at flea markets, right? So yeah, oh my goodness, it's a lot of ponies, it's a lot of vintage girl toys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, like, fell asleep or something, but if you did, don't forget, you can, you know, give this video a thumbs up or comment down below anything you want. What's your favorite pickup? Have you been there? Did you say hi or whatever? Just tell me anything you want in the comments down below. And if you're not subscribed, but you're up for all of this cutesy, girly, vintage toy goodness, then maybe you want to push the subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost any money. There's no, membership or anything on my channel. I wouldn't even have time for member exclusive videos or anything like that. I'm like, that's the only thing I can do is like 1 video per week. Sometimes it's 2 videos, but it's mainly on Friday, like Friday evening, European Standard Time. That's when my videos go up. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you real soon. And may the toys be with you. Bye.